Hey everybody, it's Coach Najee back again with another tarot lesson, and we're on part 2. We're talking about rituals. Now, most of us think ritual in terms of church or religion or something spooky. No. I want you to notice, my approach is always going to be simplistic, practical, and applicable. It's going to be practical and applicable. Right now, you don't need any more spooky dooky nonsense. You don't need any of that. What you need is things that make sense here and that you can actually do. That's what you need. And because of that, that's my style, that's my approach. No spooky nonsense. Remember, everything is metaphysical, everything is spiritual, because everything is energetic. Right? Okay, the building that you're in, somebody thought of that. That started in somebody's imagination. Well, guess what? That's one of the things to use here in terms of ritual, your imagination. You see, your imagination is not what you think it is. That is an imaginary spooky dooky term. Your imagination is your infinity engine. It is your ability to co-create something instantaneously outside of time and space. Create it. That's what your imagination is. It's an engine that converts energy into sound, into images, into thoughts. That's what it is. Instantaneously. Without you having to think about things, there's this instant knowing. And when you tap into your imagination, you're allowing yourself to tap into your infinity engine. You're allowing yourself, you're giving yourself permission to dream. What does that mean? Why are you talking about dreams? Because this entire reality is built on people's dreams. Every building started as an idea, as a thought, as an emotion, as an image inside of somebody's imagination. Inside of their infinity engine, that's where it started. And guess what? You're walking inside of someone's imagination. Because of that, because everything has an imaginary component to it. This is why quote unquote creative people give themselves creative permission. As a divine creator, talking about your spirit, your soul, having a physical experience in a body, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about your awareness. Your awareness remains, but the physical body changes. What we want to do is give ourselves permission to be. So in the ritual part, in the practice part, I'm giving basic guidelines. Basic guidelines mean this is not an all-inclusive list. This is just the basics. Part 1, or A, whatever you want to call it. Give yourself permission to dream. Give yourself permission to feel. Give yourself permission to be wrong and right, or neither. Permission is the first thing. You're going to go into here, you're going to see the card, and you're not going to know what it is. Trust me, I looked at the book. I read the book. I memorized the book. But there's only a certain amount of help the book is going to give you. I'm not telling you don't look at the book. I'm saying the book is not all that there is. The cards are always going to be the cards. But guess what? You have you. You become the tarot reader because you are reading the cards. The cards will always be the cards. We look at this. We start to recognize the tarot works off of a system of association, the same way the mind works. We end up linking things together. We link, we share, we connect these things. When we do that, we're starting to form an association, a link, a bond. When you look at this card, there's an association to it already. All you have to do is trust yourself. Does this picture look sad? No. Well, people, just allow it. Once you give yourself permission, you just want to allow yourself to start saying stuff. Because in school, we get conditioned. Hey, teacher, it's 5. Wrong. Oh, hey, it's 7. Wrong. And every time it's wrong, it feels like pain. It feels like there's something that you did that's unsatisfactory. When you get stuck in that mode of being, then you don't give yourself permission. When you give yourself creative permission, guess what happens? You can start to hit it rapid fire. Okay, what do I see? Food. People like food. If they like food, they're sharing. They're celebrating. Celebration. Social groups. Friends. Wait a minute. What are friends connected to? What are friends associated to? Joy. Good time. Celebration. Wait a minute. Everybody's wearing bright colors. Look at that. The sky's a little cloudy, but they made it. We see some steps in the background. Wait a minute. There's abundance everywhere. They're not at the bottom of the stairs, they're not at the top of the stairs, but they're celebrating where they're at. Wait, if I take a little bit of information, I say, I know, well, this is the cups. Cups represents emotions. They're feeling themselves. All up in my feelings. They're feeling themselves in this card. So when we're looking at that, you can start to pull a lot of meaning from one card when you give yourself creative permission. And it's not wrong, and it's not right. So when we keep approaching situation, so many people tell us it has to be right, it has to be either right or wrong. It's good, it's bad. It's black, it's white. It's good, it's evil. It works, it doesn't work. It just is. Give yourself creative permission to allow yourself to flow because things just are. When you start practicing this mindset, this is a mindset tweak. When you start allowing yourself to flow, well, guess what? Then you allow yourself to repeat yourself. There's nothing wrong with repeating yourself. When you repeat yourself, you give yourself time. It's like a musician. They play a phrase. They don't just run on and ramble everywhere. They might play the same phrase a couple times and change small variations. There's nothing wrong with repetition. Allow yourself to be creative. Allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to repeat yourself. Allow yourself to be. When you do that, you allow yourself to gather information from your own mind that you don't even know that's there. So the physical practice is not just about the cards, it's a mindset. So you're practicing this ritual. A ritual is something you do over and over again. So you're developing a positive pattern, a positive habit with the card. The card is you may never do a reading for anybody other than yourself, but you're learning to trust you. You're learning to trust, give yourself permission to flow, to be in the moment. Well, wait a minute. Why does Coach Najee keep saying the same things over and over again? Because what does any coach do? If your elbow is here and your elbow needs to be here like this and you're shooting a shot, well, guess what? Every time you do the same thing over and over again and you expect a different result, guess what's going to happen? The same thing is going to happen. You're going to get mad. You're going to get pissed off at yourself. Permission to shine granted. Give it to yourself. Remember, before we go into anything, if you go into this with your old, I'm not good enough mindset, and I just want to learn tarot, so blah, 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 it's not going to work. It's BS, it's bullshit, it's belief systems. We're making the modifications now. All right, 2 of Cups. Wait a minute. I don't know what that sign in the back means, but, well, what the heck does a tree mean? Sometimes you got to close your eyes. What does a tree mean? Tree, connected, ground, fruit, life, what? Soil, as above, so below. Wait a minute, other trees? Communication? Wait a minute, there's 2 people in the front. They look happy? A little love, maybe? Happiness, joy, in the moment. Support, man support woman. Share, connection. Appreciation, present. You see the point that I'm getting at. This video is not to make things complicated. It's to give you a particular focus. Once you give yourself permission to flow, to not be wrong, or to be wrong and right, you allow yourself to use your imagination, things start to change. Reality starts to change. You're able to walk in two worlds. You're able to walk the world of it's right and wrong simultaneously. And then you get better and better and better at allowing things to be. When you allow things to be, you're able to see bloop, 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 bloop. And you're not stuck in one mode of thinking. Most of our lives, we're stuck in one mode of thinking. And that one mode of thinking is dangerous because it's based on just compare and contrast. The system of tarot taps into the way the brain works. A king, fine, I don't know anything about this card at all. It doesn't mean anything to me. But a king, what does a king mean, man? Rulership. What else? Royalty. Well, with a little bit of information that I read in the book, Cups is about emotions. King of emotions. Well, if a king rules, he rules his emotions. He doesn't look mad. Wait a minute, he's contemplative. So if he's ruling his emotions and he's ruling it royally. Look at all that water in the background. Look, he's calm, he's strong, he's powerful. They're showing you there's a presence and emotions. The thing about it is we're so used to believing, operating, and working within a very tiny, very narrow box. Just because we've been given that doesn't mean that's how we're supposed to function. It doesn't mean that's the only mode of functioning. It doesn't mean that. But that's what ends up happening when we're indoctrinated with a certain belief system. When you're going through the tarot, when you allow yourself, I'm doing it again because the thing about it is we forget. We practice disbelieving in ourselves so much and for so long, it's so easy. I don't want you to go out there and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I want you to do the same things over and over again until you build the habit. When you start building the habit, then when you step in front of other people, it's easier for you to be you, because that's the problem. You really haven't allowed yourself to shine. You really don't even know what your own voice sounds like. Not everybody, but a lot of you. Developing rapport, developing trust with your own self, and saying, hey, let me try. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see if it's possible. Wait a minute. Let's see what I can come up with. Why is this important? Now let's go on the scientific steps or aspect or side of it. Basically from 0 to 7, from 0 years old to 7 years old, your brain state is in theta. You're just downloading information. When you're in this state, this is the state that hypnotists put you in, the theta state, so they can access information from your subconscious mind. Children cannot tell what's real or not real. You tell a kid, if you don't go get that, I'm gonna bite your ear and dump you in the garbage can. Oh no, my God. They start freaking out because they don't know you're joking. They don't know there's any sarcasm. They're always in between two worlds. That's why a pillow can become a shark. Their imagination is so powerful. There's an overlay on reality because they haven't separated imaginary world from physical world. These things are real. They're real and they're powerful. So what I'm really asking you to do is to tap into that inner child. Tap into that inner child and allow him or her to shine. And if you're twins, it might be two of you guys in there. Allow that energy to flow through. And when you allow that energy to flow through, guess what? You don't know what could happen. But you already know what happens when you don't believe in yourself. You already know what happens when you judge yourself. You already know what happens when you say you're not good enough. You already know what happens when you stay in certain situations you know you're not supposed to be in because it's comfortable. You already know what happens. I don't have to tell you that. Trust, flow, Allow things to be. Tap into that intuition. Give yourself that creative permission. This is the basics. This is the basics. Start a little diary, a little journal. This is an exercise in faith in yourself. You will start to see how powerful you really are. You're not just a child. You're not just a man or a boy or a girl or a woman. You are a divine creator. Your mind is your mental processing unit, your energetic processing unit, your EPU. You're processing invisible energy to create physical things. I want to help you redefine the way you see yourself, because I guarantee you it's too small. I guarantee you. There's so much love, there's so much greatness inside of you, and you're more than a bag of problems, okay? You're more than that. I know that personally. There's more to you, but if you don't give yourself a chance, I can't save you. No one else is going to save you. And even if they do offer it, you still got to take it. You still got to take it. So let's take it, baby. All right? We're asking you not just to believe and have faith. Practical application. Build the positive patterns. You're learning to believe in you. Giving yourself permission to shine. Giving yourself permission to try. And it's not right or wrong, it just is. Giving yourself permission to flow. Giving yourself permission to think and use your imagination. And you're giving yourself ability to be you and to shine. For the first time in a long time, you can really be you. And you don't even have to know what that means just yet. But I'm extending an invitation to join me. Join me on that quest so you can really tap into your true nature. And this is not no metaphysical bullshit. This is the truth. You're going to find out. You're going to find out. So it's Coach Najee signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, you can drop them down below, or you can go ahead and send me an email at coachnajee@positivepatterns.org. That will be down below as well. Don't forget, we're here to heal trauma, stop drama, and end karma so you can be unconditionally you. Later.